What's going on, Clash of Clans Crusaders? It is Will here, and today we are taking on the new Doom and Gloom challenge. As you can see, we are going to be starting off with some of our super archers to go ahead and take out the eagle artillery and the scatter shots in the back. Then we're going to go ahead and set down our flame flinger over on the west side of the base to knock out most of those inferno towers. Now today we've got two strategies for you. This one we think is actually a little bit more challenging, but we wanted to give all of our viewers some options here. So you'll get to see two different options to get 3 stars for this Doom and Gloom event, to collect those gems, get your experience, and make sure that you go into this new update with as many resources as you can. So we're going to wait for these eagle artilleries to get knocked out, and then we'll move on to the next part of our attack here, which is dropping that ice golem there at the bottom of the base. That's going to trigger some of our spells, which is perfectly fine. We're going to then go ahead and drop our king and our queen. So they're going to go ahead and knock out the remaining eagle artilleries and scatter shots there. It's not an issue at all that inferno tower locked onto the queen, because it is a multi-target, so it's not going to take her out at all. We put them that far to the left because we wanted to make sure that the king and the queen followed that path straight through the scatter shots and didn't try to go in a different direction. So we had to use that queen ability there to keep her in good health, and we have also activated our king ability to knock out that last eagle artillery and the final scatter shot right there. As you can see, our flame flinger over on the left is making quick work of these inferno towers. Not too many of them left. We went ahead and we've used, as you can see, those sneaky goblins both on the clan castle as well as on the town hall. Just the 11 that they provided is plenty to knock out both of those buildings, and then you won't have to worry about any of the damage from the town hall itself or the poison afterwards. We're going to go ahead and drop all of our bats on the left side there, and then we're going to freeze 2 of the inferno towers just to make sure that those bats can knock them out easily. And then from the flame flinger, we have got our rockets. And then last, I did a slow-mo here. Pay close attention to that Grand Warden. Right after we activated the fireball, we immediately placed barbarians to get those Teslas to appear. And that way when the fireball lands on the cannon, it knocks out all but 2 of the Teslas there. And the Grand Warden's going to make quick work of those. And then all that we have left here are ground buildings, which our bats are going to be able to easily clean up as we wrap out our last few seconds of this attack here. 97%, just a little bit more to go. They really like to take out those kings, so it took a little bit extra time there. But there's our first 3-star, didn't even need the invisibility. Now our second method here is pretty similar. Right off the bat though, we're going to do that unique queen ability where we're going to use our arrow and go through all of our king buildings, as well as hitting the town hall on the opposite side and activating our invisibility on that opposite side. We drop the flame flinger again. This time it's going to take out the Teslas, and we're not too worried about the queen's health. She already achieved her goal, which was knocking out all of the king's buildings and making sure that we got some contact on that town hall. Then we're going to use the same strategy of putting our 4 super archers, 1 for each of the eagle artilleries and the scatter shots behind them. And then as you saw, we placed our skeleton spell on top of the clan castle this time. That's going to be more than enough to knock out the clan castle. And then we're going to use 5 of our sneaky goblins. That's all that we need to knock out the town hall, and that'll save our sneaky goblins for those inferno towers later in this strategy. Now we're going to go ahead and drop our king and our Grand Warden right behind. They're going to attack from the south side of the base, making sure that the king is used as a tank there for the Grand Warden. We placed an invisibility spell on those first spell towers just to make sure that when we dropped that fireball, it actually went towards the scatter shots. And now we're able to just use the king's ability, and that Grand Warden's following right behind with cleanup, and we've got the druid supplying some health to both of them as we go. Went ahead and dropped the minions. The minions don't do too much, but they speed up the scatter shots destruction a little bit there, so can't complain. And as you can see, all we've got left are our bats. We're going to go ahead and drop those on the inferno towers and then give them a freeze. All that we have left are the single target inferno towers, so these are going to be no issue for our bats. And then we drop the golem just to distract both the inferno tower and the expos there, but they're not going to be any issue for us at all. Those bats are making easy work towards the remaining inferno tower and the expos. And then as you can see, we've got our scatter shot flinging those flames over on the east side of the base, almost done. We were able to activate the clan castle reinforcements, which destroyed the siege machine, but that is no problem because our bats are going to go ahead and clean up and take out these remaining army camps there. And as we can see, it's another 3-star. Thanks for watching.